All right, you guys, we are back. It's been a minute since we've done any sort of performance review on the PlayStation 5 Pro. Unfortunately, we have to be an adult, and adulting has gotten in the way. But in this review, I'm going to go ahead and do a performance review on Assassin's Creed Shadows. I'm really excited to do it. I think it got a recent update here recently, and I've been kind of hard on Ubisoft since the PlayStation 5 Pro dropped. I think they were just late to add an implementation of PSSR. And so I think that's happened here. And we're going to go ahead and take a look. And we are going to go ahead and let's just show you where we are settings wise. Actually, give me 1 second here. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and see where we are options wise. And we're going to go ahead and start in quality. Obviously, that's going to be like 30 frames, right? So let's take a look at it. Let's see what it looks like. We just got past the main opening cutscene and we're in the initial battle. So there's a lot going on, and we're going to see how the PlayStation handles it. So let's take a look here. So as I pan around here, I can absolutely tell that this is 30 frames without question. Super fuzzy as I pan around. You can see the numbers in the back where I've got to go to my objective. As I pan around nice and slow, then the numbers are super fuzzy. Now, quality-wise, if you stop and just look, the large trees in the background look really good. There's a lot of detail. The vegetation next to me, next to the character, when you're standing still, looks really good. It's not fuzzy. It's very sharp. And yeah, it's just panning around, right? You get a fuzzy 30 frames per second. So now we're going to go ahead and switch it over to performance. We're going to skip balanced, okay? Because 40 frames really isn't better than 30. The eye really can see how much better it looks when you double the frame rate, right? So when you go from 60 to 120, or you go from 120 to 240, that's where you can really see the differences. And so for those reasons, we're going to skip balanced mode. We're going to go right to performance. And we're going to apply it. It's got to reload. And while it loads, I'm just going to go ahead and bring up my monitor's menu so that we can get you guys some FPS VRR data, right? So you can see it's a Samsung, it's an OLED Samsung. We're in 4K, 60 frames, HDR and VRR are on, okay? So as I pan around, it's a much smoother 60 frames per second. The vegetation, it's not super fuzzy. Matter of fact, it's not very fuzzy at all, but it's not as sharp as it was in quality mode, that's for sure. Let me just take a look at the trees in the back. Not as much detail, but it's not a significant difference to my eyes, okay? So I want you to, obviously this review, I'm giving you my visual opinion here, okay? So I just want you to know that this is my opinion. We don't have this fancy third-party hardware that you're going to get with a digital foundry. Okay, this is just a 40-year-old head and his enthusiast opinion here. Okay, so let me bring the menu back up. But super smooth, looks really good. I can see a little bit of fuzziness in the vegetation as I pan. This might be a little bit harder to see once it's uploaded to YouTube, but there's a little fuzziness. But we are for sure getting a solid 60 frames, and it is not dropping frames at all. Still, this is still a very nice, good picture, you guys. Very much so. Okay, let's go ahead and switch over, and let's turn on PSSR. Oh, it doesn't have to reboot for that? Okay. Beautiful. So, All right, when I look, oh, hold on, let me pull up the menu. When I look at this with my eyes, I don't see that fuzziness that was there. It eliminated the fuzz from the panning. The detail looks really good. So this is an upscaled 4K for sure. Let me pan around. Looks really good. We're getting some frame drops. We are getting some frame drops. But you're not going to notice 5 frames, you guys. You're really not. Unless you have an incredibly well-trained eye. But there are some... Let me pan around faster. Okay, so down to about 52 frames I think I saw was the lowest. But it's roughly about 4 or 5 frames. So this looks really good. This looks really good. Honestly, I'd probably play it in this mode just so I can get the extra fidelity out of it. Uh-oh, here we go. Okay. Oh, menu. Let me get that menu back up. Sorry, that it will disappear after a short time. Let me kick Shinobi's ass real quick. Wow. So the combat looks good. And this soundtrack in the back is really, really good. So we are giving up some frames, you guys, okay? Even when I'm standing... Oh, hold on. Let me get up here. Yeah, even as I'm standing still, there's a couple of frame drops. But it's a really good picture. I like what I see. You guys could go either way with this, on or off with PSSR. Let me just turn it off real quick and look at the trees in the back. Yeah, the detail that you lose is minimal. Bring that back up. But you are getting, like, there's no frame drops here in performance mode. So... it's a little bit of a give and take, but the game is great. I'm definitely gonna play this game through because I played Ghost of Tsushima not long ago, and I thought that game was great. So I was actually playing that game when they announced this one. So, like. So here's what the other thing I want to make mention of, because of Star Wars Outlaws, the way the wind is blowing the trees in this game, it looks so much more natural compared to Star Wars Outlaws. So, anyways, opening scene here looks to be pretty good. You could go either way, you guys. I would play this in performance mode, and I would go either. You could go with PSSR on. And you could upscale it just a smidget. Let me put the menu back up. Yeah. You're going to get some frame drops with this one, guys. Maybe an update in the future fixes it, but this is still pretty solid. Really good looking game. This opening sequence in this game is fantastic. You know, for those of you that are a big fan of the Assassin's Creed franchise, I think you're going to like this game a lot. It looks really good visually. The opening cutscenes were really good as well. And yeah, those are my thoughts, you guys. So I'm happy to be back. Listen, there was I was playing Days Gone as well, and that game is about to get remastered, so I held off. Once I heard the news about it, I held off on it. Plus, the adulting got in the way of playing the game too. So, you know, there's this game, there's Days Gone remastered, and I'm excited to be playing video games again. I haven't really been putting up any formal content in the way of uploading, but I can tell you for sure that we're gonna get back to it. I'm gonna do some gameplay walkthroughs, and this is one of the games that I do want to play. The fire looks really good right there too. It looks really good. So anyways, we haven't been doing any formal uploading, you guys, but we are I do like the live stream, the shooters. Like, I've been playing a lot of Marvel Rivals. I've been streaming a lot of that. But Call of Duty just dropped their new map, and I've been streaming a lot of that. So you can catch us streaming Call of Duty quite a bit. Aside from that, we'll be uploading some content with some gameplay and walkthroughs here pretty soon. And I'm going to stop rambling there. We'll see you in the next one. Peace. Peace.